We put the love back in your right. It's love in black and white. We put the love back in your right. It's love in black and white.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Love in Black and White, where each week, Manny, what do we try and do?
Trying to put the love back in your right. Show you right.
That's right. Who's the baddest mofo low down in this town?
Show enough.
I'm one of your hosts, Big Irish J. Hollingsworth, and we have the Coco co-host, the Black Don Juan Manuelus Rojas Martin Jr.
What's up, everybody? God, thank you so much for being here on a beautiful Monday afternoon. We are live, but if you're listening to us, we also thank you for tuning in.
What's up? Oh, San Francisco 49er girl. She just said we're matching. Didn't even notice. Ah, wow, look at that.
Look at
What's
that.
Up? What's up?
We are on our shit.
What's up? What's up? And who was it that was in here? He's like, he made it. Oh, is it Terrell or Terrell? I saw the D in it. Fucking got in my head. Terrell. It's got to be Terrell. Robert, what's up? San Francisco Sanders. San Francisco 49er girl. I'm trying to make sure I give everybody the shout out as we start. All right. And Daphne's in here. Terrell. Okay, got it. That's what I thought. Daphne, park your ass right here to watch. Daphne Parks.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to it, Manulus. What was we left off on
last week? We left off on if you had an unlimited amount of money, what would be your ultimate first date? And then the second part of that question is, what would be your ultimate couples trip?
Bunny Ranch.
A whole house.
Yeah. And what would be your ultimate couples trip? Dang, that's a great one. What would be the ultimate first date?
That's a
okay, you want to go first?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. So, okay, my ultimate first date would have to be, I would do something in like Europe. Actually, oh man, Morocco was cool, but damn, I really should have thought about this. I should have been like, should have done some shit ahead of time.
And you could, if you went to Morocco though, you could put on your door, if the bed is a Moroccan, don't come and knock. Yuck.
I love how far you go for some of these. Yeah, I would go to my first trip. Damn.
Wendy's. Robert's going to Wendy's.
Wendy's in St. George in winter. I love it. Oh, God. Divine Equinox, what's up? Trip to Jamaica. Jamaica would be off the chain. Yeah, because I mean, like, you got the beaches and everything. So, damn. I think something is, okay. First date, if I had unlimited money, if I'm like Bezos,
yeah,
bitch, we going to the moon. I'm gonna create like
you better act right. You want to come back?
Yeah, you ain't putting that. No,
yeah. You might have to get rid of the PC yourself.
We just want to say that if anybody is ever trying to force you to make love, you just tell them fuck no. That's right. Oh, look with the fresh fade. God damn, I need to get my shit cleaned
fresh.
up. Dougie fresh. You're on.
Yeah, the other thing too is if you went to the moon, like, if you guys hooked up, she'd be like, girl, he took me to the moon. I'd be like, oh, you had like an orgasm? No. He took me to the fucking moon.
And I had an orgasm on the moon, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that would be
fucking wild.
Yeah, I guess if I had unlimited money, we'd probably just hit up. We'd be like Bezos, and we would just go on we'd probably leave Earth for the first date.
Okay, so now we're also. Is this? Should we do a two-parter on this? Is it? Deep PC Manny, you're early. Daphne said, "What up, Felicia?" Now is it? Are we doing a first date in the sense of like, okay, you're asking me just my thing regardless of what she might want or he or they them whatever, or is it like what if she's like, oh, I got a fear of heights, I don't want to go to the moon?
Ooh, that's okay.
So do we do a two-parter, like what
that
she okay?
So let's say, what would be your ultimate like, I'm going to take care okay, so what would you do to impress a woman, and then what would you do for your ultimate trip? 275,000 mile high club. That would be a new one. I think every woman would. Well, I don't know if every woman would be into that, but I know every guy would be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I took her to the 275,000 mile club.
Okay, so for your first, we'll do them. We'll go back and forth. So your first one, if it was you and money's no object, you'd be like, we're going to the moon.
Yeah. If money was no object, I'd be like, we're going to the moon. I mean, shit. Would you go to Mars? You know what? Okay. Let me slow down. You know what I mean? Okay, let me just take her. Let me just take her out of the atmosphere. So we would just go on like the Virgin Galactic.
Okay. Well, here's the other thing too, Manny. This is a first date. So what if you fucking you're not even on the plane, like you're buckling your seatbelt and she's just annoying as fuck, and you're like, I'm gonna be stuck with this bitch in another atmosphere. Like,
you know what? At least we're coming back down. That's why I'm gonna say not the moon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But So I'll say first we're just gonna do the like 10-minute whatever, however long that like an hour, 2, 3 ride, and then leave Earth, come back, and she'd be like, "Girl, look at him. He just, he impressed the fuck out of me, girl." So,
yeah, this is San Francisco said exactly what I said. What if the date goes bad and you're in space with her?
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing is you can put on your suit and just push her out.
Bye, bitch.
We just want to say here on Love and Black and White that we do not endorse murder on first dates. So back to you, Jay.
I'm not going on no planet I wasn't born on. Okay, where would I? Money's no object, and so the first one just being all about what I want to do.
Yeah.
What would be something dope? Okay, if money's no object, I was just gonna say, it might be a sporting event. I was at the NBA Finals when my team, the Celtics, won it all against the Lakers in 2008. I was at the World Series when my team won it all against the Dodgers. What is it, 4 or 5 years ago against when the Red Sox won it in LA. But I've never been able to do a Super Bowl.
Damn.
God, what if you go and they lose too? And you're like, bitch, you're a jinx. I never had nobody with me.
She could be a perfect 10, and then all of a sudden it's like, you fucking made me lose.
Yeah, every one of these I've been to, we've won. What's different? You're here. No, that might be it. It might be if we're like just thinking about me, then the Super Bowl that'd be a crazy thing. Our buddy, Brant Tobler.
Yeah.
So I think I read one time Brant went to a Super Bowl. And he got to see his team. I think they lost, but he was saying like it's a cool experience. But after he did it once, he's like, I'm cool with doing that. He's like, I'd rather it's too much, which I get. Like, parking and crowds. Like if you're rich, you're doing it VIP style, so that'd be probably dope. So,
but also for the fans out there, if you don't know Brant Tobler, he also tried to kill his dad. So back to you, Jay.
Yeah, well, his dad's also a piece of shit.
It was warranted.
Yeah, he's got a great. I can't. This is not happening. If you look up Brant Tobler, this is not happening.
Great,
tells the whole story. Daphne said, "Take me to Super Bowl first class all the way." Yeah, that would be. So that's my pick if it's just on me. Now. This just happens. We don't know Sandy. We don't plan our wardrobe. It just, we have a connection.
It's that Love and Black and White, man. We feel each other. We
plan our wardrobe. Come on.
Yeah, what do we look like? We're not a couple.
How dare you call that out? And I know. Robert said you're a Patriots fan and never been to a Super Bowl. They've been in all of them. I know. Mm-hmm. I've looked at the pricing at different times and. That's why I say, I've done the other ones. Okay, so now your ideal first date, money's, you're rich and something that, taking into account what she might want to do, not just you. What would it be?
Okay, so that would be my first date for her would be to impress her with the trip to like on galactic air. So for me, it'd probably be something stupid like going to like Super Nintendo World. Or like Disneyland, something just like where it's like, I'm gonna go build a lightsaber in Star Wars Land and then go over to Marvel World, and you know what, man, if she doesn't like it, you know what, I'll just walk around by my goddamn self.
Yeah, dude. They have out here in Vegas, they have a place called Area 15, and it's crazy. They have all these different exhibits in there. They have one called the is it the Supermart or something Mart, where it's like what.
Just the Supermart. It just sounded fucking like the poorest date you could ever go on. Like, oh, we go in the supermarket.
No,
girl,
no, but it's like all this, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like without doing drugs, it's like an LSD or being on mushrooms.
oh shit. Okay, okay.
It has like all it's cool. Then they had like a Van Gogh exhibit where you go into this huge room. It's just a huge box, basically, white walls, and then it projects on all the walls Van Gogh's art. It makes it move and shit. It's pretty dope.
Right. I see you. I see you, San Francisco 49er girl. VIP Disney trip.
Yeah.
Fire.
Don't have to wait in lines. That would be
God.
fucking.
Can you imagine if you had?
Me.
Yeah, imagine if you had Bezos money and you just like, yeah, I'm gonna rent this motherfucker out for the day.
You just mush some dude in a wheelchair's face. Excuse me.
I'm with Natasha. A blurred first date would be amazing. You do know what a blurred is, right?
Is that like a Blumpkin?
It's like a black nerd. It's a blurred. It's
definitely not a Blumpkin then.
Blumpkins are disgusting. And I will break that down. I have a new science thing that I'm gonna do on this podcast. So I'll be breaking down different terms for is Area 50 or is Area 15 for dyslexic people who thought they were going to Area 51? That is a great question, Steph.
No, because then it'd be 15 ra.
15 era.
Yeah, Area 15. If you're ever in Vegas, definitely check out Area 15. Okay, so that's we're flipping it. I'm doing the opposite now.
Yeah, yeah.
So something that be impressive, and I think that she would like, I might do something. Oh God, money's no object. Like you're like fucking leaving Earth. I'm like,
yeah.
I was gonna be like, oh, it'd be cool, like maybe a all day cruise or an overnight cruise.
That would actually be dope.
Like a full day thing.
Yeah. Like if you had a cruise liner and you could go like anywhere in the world, you know what I mean? Like you could hit up Antarctica. You're like, bitch, let's go play with some penguins. Just like something ridiculous. I didn't mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call your imaginary woman a bitch. I just want to say here on Love and Black and White that Manny Martin is out of control today because he has not had enough sleep. It is never okay to call a woman a bitch.
It's a first date. I don't know. She might be. I don't know her. Everybody's stunned at blurred. They've never heard blurred. Black nerd.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Disneyland.
Word.
Yeah.
White
and Irish shirt.
Irish shirt. You're a word.
Yeah.
A white nerd.
Michael brought up a good thing. Anything. Oh, Sandy says anything with animals is a wonderful first date. You want to go jump in a shark cage, Sandy? No, thank you.
Sandy, I wouldn't want to visit. There's a place out here called Enumclaw, Washington. They have an animal first date type thing, which is
yeah, a guy got fucking fucked and killed by a horse.
Yeah.
Did you see a guy in Boston? Just happened.
Are you serious?
I was going to do a daily story on it. And here's the craziest thing. It was a black dude.
Oh, no, not my people. Usually you
like, what? I read the title. I was like, God damn it, white people. I was like, it's a black dude. It's not us this time. Yes.
Yo, that is, I feel like just culturally, you're always praying to God it ain't your people. You know what I mean? I'm just like, please, God, just let them be white with it. Like, whenever like a shooting happens, I'm just like, please don't let that be black people. You know what I mean? Like, whenever it's like, whenever they say that there was a shooting at a barbecue, I'm like, please let that be my Mexican brothers and sisters that were just going a little too crazy in Texas
or in the South. Hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Jesus.
Divine Equinox said, I was thinking like the indecent proposal date. He flew her out, then they were on a yacht. And then Robert said, Jay, what you got to go do at Disneyland? Well, I don't think I can fit in the rides. For real, not even joking.
That's shitty.
Yeah, when I lived in Tampa, this is probably what 20-ish years ago, and Sandy said I was thinking more like zoo type. But yeah, I remember I took a girl there and we were gonna get on a ride, and my legs, I couldn't fit in the fucking thing. So I'm just like looking at her, be like, well, I mean, go have fun. I'll just wait here while you go around. Hope you enjoy the ride.
So one of my family friends, when we were younger, because he had cerebral palsy, we got to go cut and go to the back of the lines, but there was only 3 of us, right? So it was like my best friend, her cousin who has cerebral palsy, and then me. So I always had to ride alone, and that shit was always the saddest thing, man. Everybody else was having fun. they're like, "Did you have fun, Manny?" I was like, "Yeah, by myself." Just fucked up, man.
Yeah, I want to go back up to same here. Oh shit, dude, that's crazy. Robert, we're fucking kindred spirit. I want to go back to what Michael said. He said planning a first date and money is an issue. So excuse me, I know I did this idea when money was an issue a long time ago. I was living in Portland, and I picked up this girl, and I did it was kind of like a choose your own adventure thing. I had like,
oh yeah, I remember hearing about this.
Yeah, I had like three things, and then three things and three things, and it was like the three things were I you know, all of the shit was like didn't cost a lot of money. Like we were going to go to a park and fucking shoot the shit or whatever, or go up to there's Council Crest in Portland. It's got a dope view and talk or whatever. And she picked one, and then I'm like, okay, we're doing this. And then the next one, she picked one and stuff like that. So it was just, you know, you got to be more creative when you don't got money. Otherwise, you're like, bitch, we going to Sizzler.
Going to Sizzler, get them, what is it, cheddar biscuit?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Man, that shit is the roughest. And you know what the thing is? I've known girls who literally said that they've gone on like just dates to get free dinners. So, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like they just didn't have any money. They're like, I'm going to go eat. You know what I mean? And so I'm just like, that is fucked up.
Felicia said, I don't like the rides too much, Jay. We can play the games. What games are you talking about, girl?
Get it, girl? Man, Felicia. You know what's crazy, though? I am at the point in my life where I can't even ride the teacups without throwing up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just, I don't know why.
Then there's the one where you're just plastered on the wall and you're just fucking going around. You throw up and it just fucking hits the guy next to you.
Yo, it's so true. But I think ultimately, so, okay, back to the original question. Space for the amazing first date. And then for me, it would be Disneyland. But if it were the ultimate couples vacation, I would hope that it would be like, I like one of the things I really want to find is another like couple that you could travel with.
Right? Okay, there. Now you're back. Sorry.
Oh,
you were frozen.
My bad. So I just want to find the ultimate couple to travel with. You know what I mean? And be able to go on like a cruise around the world. That'd be dope.
That'd be pretty sick. Okay, what about this? What if you I'm just trying to think. Like, let's say your girl's just cool as shit, and like we'll say Crystal. So Crystal's cool as shit. And what if you're like, hey, Jay and Sean. Jay and Sean are gonna come. They're not a couple, obviously, and they're not bringing girls, but they want to go. They want to just kick it with us. You know, we'll have our time apart also, but then also just, you know, we're cool with them or whatever. What's your thoughts on that? Or do you want a definite like another couple with you?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, something where the girls are cool and then the guys are cool.
Yeah.
You know, that's always kind of, you know.
Ultimate couples getaway. I would love to go somewhere I haven't been. Like, I want to go to Egypt. I want to check out the pyramids. I want to check out. I'd love to go to Greece, Rome.
Greece was
shit
dope.
like that.
Rome was dope.
Okay, you don't need to rub it in my face.
What? But I haven't been to Ireland. I don't have my own piece of land, bitch. So
I'm in Scotland too. I mean, you don't need to brag. I got a foot of land in both.
Oh man.
So that might be, or you know what else would be like if this is like my girl or my wife or whatever. What might be dope is if she wants to, we could both like go and try and go down our family history, you know.
That would actually be fun.
Yeah, if you know, what's up?
It's all like, so my family owned yours. You're like, oh fuck, this is weird.
I'd be like, yeah, she's like, it's weird. My family tree goes back to Ireland. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it looks like there was a Hollingsworth in it. Oh fuck. Cousins?
I just found out recently, and let me preface this before you have to PC man of this, about somebody was talking about you know, Irish slaves, you know, putting it in quote, meaning Irish indentured servants that came here or whatever, but somebody was saying, fuck all the, you know, Irish slaves in the US. That's not a thing. They were like, need to look at in Australia. I guess Irish were sold in Australia as straight up slaves, which I haven't done too much research on. I was like, oh, I hadn't heard that before, so I gotta do some research on that.
Yeah, man.
But
shit is bananas.
Yeah,
you know, it's so
She gets it. Yeah, I own a couple of plots of land. I don't like to brag, but I own land all over the world. You can maybe stand in it, but
right. All right. So moving on to the next question.
Yes.
Okay. So this is.
Do we finish what would you do for if you are broke or like your funds are
if
limited?
I was broke, if
Yeah.
if I was broke and my funds were limited, like. Ooh, that's a good question. Probably just go to the park. You know what I mean? Like go on a walk on like the waterfront and just, pull a Dave Chappelle. Get like a hot dog and just fucking hoof it. So.
Sandy said, if money wasn't an object, maybe a first date photo shoot with multiple wardrobe and settings changes. I'm always down for a photo shoot because I'm fucking my ego, but the way I've been doing photo shoots lately is with my buddy Gabe, who's a photographer. But the reason I love doing it with him is because, like, if you do a photo shoot with somebody, you always feel like rushed and you're changing, and you might end up sweating because you're like, oh fuck, I want to make sure he gets this look and then this wardrobe and this and that. But when my buddy Gabe is here, we'll do some right now. Like there's no stress, which I love, which is to me is the best way to do a photo shoot. So maybe with him. Andrea said, how do you plan for the ultimate date as a travel comedian? It's probably going to be Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday.
Yeah, you got to do, God, that would be such a tough one because it's like, especially being a comic, anything can happen at any given time, right? So, like for instance, Jay could be like, oh, okay, babe, let's plan this cruise for 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden he gets a call from NBC, and they're like, yo, man, the Tonight Show wants you to like actually take over and host for a night for Jimmy Fallon, and it's like you're like, what the fuck, I gotta go do that. I can't miss that shit. So I mean, there's certain things that will always kind of trump what you're trying to do.
Do you schedule gigs at the destination, or will it be an actual vacation? That's what Andrea asked.
A lot of people don't understand. Like, I mean, comedy works in the US fine, but it's like when you go across seas. I tried doing comedy in St. Lucia. They did not get the references. They were like, oh, we don't understand like that reference,
Really?
But yeah, because it's like it's all black people there, right? So they don't understand what it's like to be the only black person in the room. So
that's like there was a comic that started in Seattle, I think, and then he moved to Canada, black comic, and he was saying it made him a better comic because he didn't have a lot of the comedic tropes that black comics have in the US, like because Canada didn't have any guilt with like slavery and shit like that. So they're
like, we paid our people out and stuff. Man.
Let's see. And as far as like scheduling gigs, or like when I went to Ireland, I stopped in England. I did some sets there, and then in Ireland I did some sets. I don't know. I mean, do I schedule gigs? I mean, there's sometimes you might get something where they're paying for your trip.
Right. Right.
Let's say you get a gig in Hawaii and they're flying you out, they're putting you up, and then you'd be like, hey, we're going to have an ultimate date, but I got to do like an hour of work.
Yeah, exactly. Which is the best. It's like, I mean, at the most you're probably doing like 2 hours a night, of work. And
Sandy had could be a late night date for a comic that included a sunrise boat trip or something. That sounds dope.
Yeah. Last time I was on a boat though, I threw the fuck up. It was awful. Like I'm usually good on boats, and it was me, Crystal, her parents, and then a bunch of other couples. And I was right next to the kitchen, and I sat somewhere where it was just like, and I was just like, oh fuck. And I tried to run to the bathroom, and I threw up right next to the kitchen. It's horrible.
Yeah, Natasha. She said our Canadian Guild is about killing First Nations children in boarding schools we force them to attend. Fun times. Yikes! I know. What was it? It was like 300. Anyways, way to bring the podcast down, Natasha. Thanks. Now, would you worry about what if you go to space and you fucking get sick?
Well, then everybody's floating around in my shit. Fuck them. I had that money.
You're like, I'm inside all of you right now.
It's my DNA up in this.
Yeah. All right. What was I'm sorry. We fucking all over the place. But that's how
follow up. So, actually, next question is, let's see. What is the best way to address your partner's non-lucrative career decisions? What if what if your partner were an artist and never sold a painting?
We kind of touched a little bit on this.
Did we?
Something similar, but
okay.
Yeah, and like how to bring it up. How would you deal with it? Like, do you keep support? I mean, being comics, I think we probably would be more supportive to somebody. Like, did they quit their 6-figure job to pursue painting, or are they just like, oh,
let's,
they did?
Yeah. Let's say they were helping you with the bills. You had like a 6-figure job, or they had a 6-figure job. You're bringing in, let's say, 6 figures from comedy. And then all of a sudden they're just like, you know what? I love what you do. I love how you're a freelance. And I love how, you're just on your grind and you're really living your dream and your passion. I'm going to go sell art. I'm going to do paintings. And then you're just like, 6 months goes by and they're just like, well, it's not going right, but I feel like I'm catching my stride. It's going to happen soon. And then a year goes by and still nothing. What do you say at that point?
Okay. And also let's do 2 parts.
Yeah.
That scenario. And then also you're like, oh, I didn't know you painted. And she's like, yeah, I think I'm pretty good. Here, let me show you. And then she shows you it. And it's like a stick figure. It's just fucking awful. So first scenario. So she's been doing it a year.
Yeah.
And nothing's happening. Now, are we still okay with bills and everything?
Let's say you're starting to struggle a little bit. Like it's taking all your gig money away. So you maybe got like $100 at the end of the month from like paying everything.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I mean, hopefully you have good communication and relationship, and you're like, when she's like, oh yeah, I'm just still grinding. I've done 3 more paintings. They just, I think they'll sell eventually, but, and then you're just like, oh, it's cool. My phone may not work anymore because I can't pay the bill, but that's cool. You got these. Maybe you can paint me a phone.
I feel like that would be the subtle hints I would drop. I'd be like, some of these bills are getting kind of difficult to pay. And yeah, Jason B was right. I don't know if a comic would understand that shit,
Right.
San Francisco 49er girl. I agree with you, I think 100%. Let's see, they should have saved enough money, should have saved enough salary to cover the bills. And if it doesn't work out, they need a job while they pursue their dream. And I agree. I think so. I mean, I probably should have made that jump at some point with you, where it's like you go do comedy full time and you really just take a chance. But there's always this side of me where it was like, fuck, I just need my benefits and everything else and got to play it safe. So, I mean,
sorry, I was to interrupt you. I was just going to say that, what's his name? Sebastian Maniscalco. He did Vince Vaughn's Wild West comedy tour.
Yeah.
And he, at the end of that show or that documentary, so to speak, he was crying because he was talking about, I got to go, this is over now. I've been touring with these comics and basically living the life that I've always wanted. And now when we get back, I have to go back to being a waiter, which I don't know much longer he did that, but excuse me. He talked about when he moved to LA, he didn't want to be a comic living on a couch in some stranger's place. So he kept a day job through all that, which I get. It's like, when I first started, I was working at, I got laid off, and then actually, yeah, then I mean, there's been times where I've had a day job to like get benefits and shit like that. So
for anybody who thinks that for you it just was like full-time comic. I mean, shit, you were working at Costco, Yahoo. There was fucking doing all the ticket shit for the parlor. So it was like you were always on your grind. You're like, I got to make sure money's coming in.
Yeah.
So finally just got to that point where you made it work. So
they should have saved enough salary to cover bills, and if it doesn't work out, they need a job while they pursue their dream. That's a San Francisco 49er girl. Yeah, so how do you yeah, going back to Kung Fu stories, hustling at the gym. Cosmetic chick said, you'll know when the time is right.
Yeah, 100%, I agree.
So okay, so yeah, it's been a year. So how do you bring up like, hey, what you think about maybe getting a part-time job or something like that? Maybe we should do the role playing.
Okay, yeah. Tammy Joe and Wakan or who?
Or who's the other one? Quiron.
Quiron and Jake.
Okay, which one do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll do Quiron. All right.
Okay.
Babe, oh my God. I think I am finally catching my wind. Like somebody, so you know how I've been putting my pictures online, boo. So
Yeah.
check this out. I had 7 views today on one painting. I feel like it's about to take off. You know what I mean? I know it's been about a year now, but my shit is about to pop off.
Yeah. Were they viewing on like a buy it now or bid, or they
I mean,
just
I put it on Craigslist, you know what I mean? And so it was,
Oh.
and shit was, I also said I might show a titty with, one of them. So,
I'm sorry, what?
nothing. But anyways, so they looking at my art. It's
They're looking at my art. That's what I call my tits, art and Garfunkel.
But yeah, babe, my shit is about to get lit.
Yeah. So I mean, have you put that website up that you were talking about for the paintings?
I'm working on it. Okay. I'm working on it. That'll be up soon. I got to pay, your friend Sean, he ain't fucking doing, he's like, oh, I'm too busy with work. I paid him $20. I'm like, you should have made my website by now.
$20. Okay. Was that the 20 that you had me Venmo you, right?
Yes, that was the 20. I don't know
Well,
why you always, wait, hold on.
$20.
I don't know why you always keeping fucking tabs and shit. You know what I mean? You act like a bitch don't do nothing around here. Fuck you. Okay. So you ain't being supportive. So
I'm sorry, babe.
Miss me with that shit.
I'm sorry, babe. My bad.
Thank you. That's all
so
I have.
how what do you think about I was thinking about maybe we get a new place because like rent's getting a little tough to cover bills and everything, with just one income it's just a little tough.
So what are you trying to say? I mean, is it a problem that I'm chasing my dreams? It took
no, that's great.
It took you a minute to get started. You know what I mean? I know I was making $250,000 a year, but you know what I mean?
I do too. No, it's not a problem. I mean, I chased, I had jobs while I chased my dream, and maybe you could chase a little paper while we're chasing those dreams.
I don't like how you coming at me sideways, motherfucker. You know what I mean? See if you keep talking to me like this. See if your ass wake up tomorrow morning, keep talking to me like this. Okay.
All right. So I guess that's a no on getting a job, or
and scene.
yeah.
Oh man, that shit would be rough.
Dude,
I mean,
oh my god, dude. Yeah, it's like, who was it? There was my buddy. I'm not gonna say their names, but my buddy, like, well, actually, no, it went both ways though. Like, my buddy was going to school, and his girl supported him, and then he got like just a horseshit job, while she pursued her dreams, and stuff, and
right.
But I mean, it can be rough, man.
Because I do feel like to a certain extent there can be resentment if things aren't addressed early. It's like,
Yeah.
Because I think there does have to be a bit of a reciprocation. It is tough because if the buddy I know you're talking about has kids as well, so it's like there's a responsibility there while that person's chasing their dreams. What did Natasha say?
Natasha's got my back.
Wesley, why does she swear at Jay so much? Blink twice if you need help, big guy. Don't you worry about what the fuck I say to my man, okay? Whatever. I'm fucking him. Y'all ain't fucking him. Ugh. I don't know who your fucking fan club is.
Fucking Quaron is the best.
FaceTime to you, motherfuckers.
You're frozen. Oh, you were.
Oh,
you were frozen like this. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I mean, ideally, this is something that is brought up before she actually quits.
Right.
So
right.
Like, it's not she just comes home one day and is like, "Hey, guess what? I quit my job." What? Yeah, I was going to pursue that painting. Like the fucking stick figures.
The shit your nephew could draw. Fucking god. Like that's the thing is, I feel like. Wait, hold on. What did Sandy say? Let's see. What if the artist supported you while you, Chad? Let's see. Oh, chase your dream. Sorry. You do great. Now the artist sucks and feels you should support them like they supported you. Yeah, that's a tough one. I like, because ultimately I feel like there's that reciprocation. Even if they do fail, I mean, maybe it's a thing of saying, okay, you have this amount of time to chase your dreams, and if it doesn't happen, then maybe it just needs to be the side thing. You'll get back if it doesn't take off right away. Maybe it has to be this thing that you do after work. I can support the bills for so long. Here, I'll work. Maybe you can work part-time and then also pursue this part of, whatever.
Yeah, or I mean, Monica Miss Purse Strings Jordan.
Ooh, girl, I love the name.
Welcome. Yeah, she says, "What about when one person supports, then gets left when the dream chaser makes it?" That's another.
Oh God, that one just hurts my heart. Okay, so let's talk about George Lopez for a minute. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not hating on George Lopez, you know what I mean? But I mean, damn, his woman supported him through everything. Gave him, what was it, a kidney? Or I think she gave him a kidney,
Yeah,
and then he still bounced. How? Like, I mean, yeah, that's the hardest thing, because it's like you have a down ass woman who supports you during, the ramp up, but then it's like all of a sudden now you're chasing, you know what I mean? Now you want the supermodel, you know what I mean? And it's like, to anybody who is in that scenario, stick with your original lady, because you know what? They
like
loved
Denzel.
you. Yeah, like Denzel. They loved you when you weren't shit. And I think about
like
it.
Gary O. Oh wait, never mind.
And just remember, just because somebody looks good, remind yourself that somebody somewhere is sick and tired of her shit too.
Yeah. Or his.
Or his. Yeah. It's sorry. I'm loving black and white. We just want to say men ain't shit too.
Yeah, it's that's the fucking, if she's there for you while you're coming up, and then I mean the other flip of that too is like, so what if by me supporting her, chasing her dreams, now my dreams are getting squashed,
are hindered? Yeah, that's another
because maybe
thing.
I have to get a second job now, so I can't take as many comedy gigs.
Right. You know what? Hold on. Cookie said, hold on. What if they had problems, Manny? You know what? They need to take their ass to couples counseling then. You know what I mean? Work on that shit, but no, if it was like, if it was toxic, I still think you need to do right by that person who supported you. You need to break them off some cheddar, you know what I mean? Something. Dude, you need to do right by them in some way, shape, or form. Especially
or give them like a painting.
There you go. Give them a painting,
like
a good stick figure painting with your, original. So I mean, damn, it's such a complex, convoluted question, because
yeah,
it's
and
like,
then if you got somebody like me that's like, I've been on my own for so long, and like I mean, I know I think I've talked about this before. I know I have trust issues from just, like, or abandonment issues from my mom, and threatening to put me up for adoption and shit like that when I was a kid. But so it's and I also know how I react where, like, if I feel like someone's is fucking me over, whether it's intentionally or whatever, I don't know. I think it all just comes down to communication. Yes, Jeffrey.
Really, Sir Jeffrey said, I've got a few paintings if anyone's interested. Hilarious.
I think it all just comes down to communicating, and hopefully, I mean, we always do these scenarios like just like spur of the moment, but there's dynamics going on where hopefully this is somebody you've known for a while, you love them or whatever, vice versa, and there's communication. So hopefully, I would hope that it's brought up as an idea that you talk about beforehand, where the person's like, hey, I'm really, I'm not doing anything right now with these paintings, but I really feel like I need to go all in, and I'm thinking about quitting my job. What are your thoughts? And then you talk about it, and maybe get a plan ahead of time. Like, because if you can plan ahead of time, then, or maybe put I don't want to say a time limit on it, but like maybe markers, like say, okay, so how about instead of quitting your job, you say, okay, we give it 3 months where you're working and trying to sell paintings. If you start selling some, or you sell 5 or whatever, or then we go, we review it in 3 months or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
Instead of just saying, let's fucking quit.
And that's
everything.
good. I truly feel like that's probably the best answer, because it's like, anything with couples, it needs to be a group decision. You know what I mean? If Crystal does go back to school for her master's, that's something we both got to talk about and agree on, because then in turn I'll be, watching Miles and then making sure that he's, okay, and then go working and doing everything else. So it really is. It's a team effort, and you gotta, on that. So.
By the way, I was going to ask you this off air, but I mean, it's nothing bad. I'm wondering, once Miles is born, should we cut this to once every 2 weeks, or are you still going to be? You think you'll be all right with doing it weekly?
Fuck him. I don't even know this kid yet. Shit. We're doing this every week. God damn it.
Okay. I'm just, I'm sure all the yeah, but I'm sure everybody understanding, if you you gotta, wipe doo-doo brown.
Yeah, I got to wipe doo-doo brown, but you know what? Crystal can watch him for an hour. And also, what is it? Like I get a month off after
Oh yeah.
for paternity leave, and then I have an additional 2 weeks that I think I'm going to use as well. So
Nice.
yeah. So we'll make sure that we are doing, you know what, Natasha, fuck Miles. You don't even none of us know him yet.
Sleepless Manny will be hilarious.
No, I'll be like, hey everybody, it's fucking
look at Cookie said we're gonna babysit Miles.
there you go. See, Auntie Cookie got you, Miles. Don't even trip. So.
By the way, did Gabe hit you up about hosting?
He did, but I still can't leave the house.
I told him that. I said you can call him, but I don't think Manny's able to do it yet.
Yeah.
But I gave him your info. Okay, sorry.
No,
okay, next one. We have a new segment.
Oh yes,
Manny's tip, just the science tip.
Oh yes. Okay, this week's question is: what is a penectomy? And what causes a penectomy? Well, many things can cause a penectomy. You could be married to Lorena Bobbitt, and that could be a penectomy. But let's see. So let's see. A penectomy is when they have to amputate your penis. We're going to use the proper term, or peni. Your cock has to be removed. A lot of times it is due to cancerous growth on the peni. So make sure that you're wrapping it up, gentlemen, because HPV can go ahead and it can like I think the same things that, and I see this is a bad science tip because I should have done more research, but I think that the same things that can cause ovarian cancer can cause peni cancer, and so then you get your shit chopped off, and this is, I think we talked about this briefly last week. You can actually get a different color dick put on you, and it will probably still work. So
what if you that's the name of the show, Manny's just the tip science tips. Manny's science tips, just the tips, or Manny's just the tips. I don't know, fuck.
Yeah, we put it in your hips with Manny's science tips. I don't know.
It is Guyanese. It's crazy. It's just a coincidence. But anyways, and okay, so when we talked about this last week, I was like, what? This sounds like a fucking horror movie. A penectomy, and you were saying that you can get, but you can pick whatever size you want, whatever color.
I don't know if you really do, or if you just have to take whichever one they give you.
What if they give you something less than what you were working with? Be like, I know I ain't got no dick no more, but the one I had was fucking, I was hanging.
Can you imagine that shit? It just looks like an outie belly button, and you're just like, God damn it.
You pee like this. You like fucking.
Sorry, it's all over my balls.
Okay. But that brings up another question with the penectomy.
Yeah,
you lose everything, balls and dick, or just the dick? And you just have. Oh my god! Can you imagine like a Ken doll, but then two balls hanging from the fucking? Oh my god! It just looks like fucking Mickey Mouse doing a handstand.
Yeah, man, it's pretty bad. So I mean, that's the thing. Like, you don't know who's donating the dick. So that's what Robert said. He said, "Who's donating the penis?" I don't know. That you could get an Asian penis, you can get an Indian penis, you could probably get a white penis. Like, that would be interesting.
Is it a prosthetic, or is it like
it's a real?
They take a dick like off a cadaver,
and then they give it to you. And I'm sure that there's so I was actually watching this video the other day. This guy, he lost his arms in an electric accident where he was like trying to fix power lines that were down, fried off both of his arms. And then, so he's looking like Jax before Mortal Kombat. And then, I know that's not funny. It's fucked up, but, they gave him arm transplants. So now he's, organ donor. So.
Well, I did a daily video today on they're having a third thumb, like a thumb. It's like a mechanical thing goes around your hand, and another thumb sticks out here. Damn. And it like attaches, like I think it's Bluetooth, attaches to your toes, and it rewires your brain that you have another thumb, and people are just using it, doing all this shit. So maybe you could do the same thing with a dick.
Well, this is pretty crazy, people. So I'm about to drop a bombshell on you. I was actually born with 12 fingers. Fucking crazy.
Were you?
I was. Yeah. Then they amputate them when you're little, though. So you can't see it. There's like a scar right there. So,
shit.
Fucking wild. So there are some people in this world that have 12 fingers. So it's fucking creepy. So,
the fingering master.
Yeah, girl, you like all these 12 digits.
Okay, so going back to the penectomy, you don't know if when they amputate the dick, they take the balls.
They can. So if
it can be.
if the cancer were to spread, they could remove all of it. So I mean, you think about it, you could have like testicular cancer along with the penis cancer, the penile cancer. Yeah, Natasha, I'm an alien. This shit is fucking. My DNA is all over the fucking place. But yeah, like you could literally, the cancer could go down into it. It could spread. So that's why they want to remove it, because essentially, here's what you don't want to happen, because it's like spongy tissue from what I was reading. I just wanted to make sure I knew my shit.
Tissue, the dick?
Like your dick spongy tissue. So it's like it's connected to all kind of lymph nodes, and then it could just spread over to the rest of your body. And so it could go from your lymph node could transplant it to your lungs, and you could be fucked. So that's why they just remove your dick, keep you. And so
Gabe, rough time to tune in. It's interesting that they for the replacement, it's only a donor. They don't do prosthetic dicks, because I know like they have where you can do like a pump in your dick.
Yeah. I'm
where
sure.
you like, I don't know, you fucking push something on your body and it like blows the dick up so you're hard. I don't know, I don't know why you get that. Maybe
if you're transgender, maybe, you know what I mean? If you if you went from a woman to a man and then you just need the pump to get up, I don't know. It could be an option. So,
dude, I just imagine, and then like while you're waiting for one, are you just like a Ken doll?
Yeah, man. So yeah, they've had like they show you're like, what is it, a eunuch? Is that the thing?
Yeah.
So you just don't have a dick, man. That shit is that'd be awful. You know what I mean?
It's like, hey man, check out the unit on that guy. Unit? No, eunuch.
We just want to say here on Love It Black and White that eunuchs are great people as well, and we apologize if you felt offended by it. You wouldn't have any sensation with the prosthetic. That's a good question. I don't know. I guess we should try to interview somebody who maybe has had that.
We talked about like what if you get like a gay dude's dick,
and
then does it just fucking it's like a homing beacon when it sees dudes, it just fucking whoop, you're like
you're with your
like,
wife.
I wasn't like this before.
It's only spongy some of the time, I promise. Bradley Stewart. Oh man, yeah. So that is what what a penectomy is. And then the second Manny's science tips is
just the tips
is what is a penis fracture. So a penis fracture, for all of those of you who do not know, is when you have an erection and then a girl comes down on it, or you accidentally bend it. We actually had a comic friend who bent it, and he had, I guess it turned black in the spot.
And he wasn't.
Ooh, yeah, he was white. So he had to go to the hospital, and his mom was actually a nurse who actually had to take him in, and they have to drain the blood from the break, and it can be bad. So
okay, so here's a little story time. This is fucking going. This is a wild story. Okay,
yeah.
So I dated a girl for 3 or 4 years, and this is one of the ones, like one that I was like, oh yeah, this is my girl, right? Yeah. I'll tell you about I don't know if you ever met. I don't think you ever met her, because this is a long time ago. But I may have mentioned her before. I'm not going to say her name here now. You'll understand in a second.
Don't want to embarrass her.
Yeah. Well, wait till you hear the story. So this girl, she was very shy, kind of quiet, and we dated for a while or whatever. We end up stopped dating or whatever. We're still cool. Mm-hmm. Flash forward about this, probably maybe 4 or 5 years after we had stopped dating. I'm living in Tampa, Florida, and this is back when AOL Messenger was like a thing.
Right.
So that tells you how old this is. Okay. A buddy of mine sends me a picture of a chick in lingerie, and he goes, "Hey, is this that girl?" Yeah. And I was like, it kind of looks like her, but this girl in this picture is a little bit bigger. I don't think it's her. Shows me another picture, and there's a tattoo that the girl has that my ex had. So I was like, oh fuck, it is her. She's gained a little weight, whatever. I was like, what's this? Why do you have pictures of my ex in like lingerie? Sends me a link, and don't ask me why he was looking for this or how he found this. I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't give a fuck. Sends me a link to a website where my ex is an escort. Oh, she became an escort. Shit. So now, you know me, like I'm not a judgmental person. Like
but you delivered the dick that was so good that it just
I don't know. I won't take credit for that. I mean, probably, but so So that happens, whenever, and maybe a month or two later, this ex is now on AOL Messenger. I see her on AOL Messenger. Oh, it gets better, Guyanese. So I message her, because I'm cool with, I think, all of my exes. So I'm like, hey, what's up? How you been? Blah blah blah. And then I tell her, I was like, my buddy sent me. I'm like, are you escorting? And so she ends up telling me yes, she is, and and again, I don't judge. I didn't ask her why or whatever. I was just like, holy shit, that's crazy. So then again, being like the inquisitive person I am, I asked her, like, what was the craziest story she had from doing that?
Right.
So she tells me she's with a guy. She's on top. She's going up and down. She goes up. His dick comes out. She goes down, breaks the dick. It gets crazier. Breaks the dick. The guy, she had to take this dude, a John, basically a customer, to the ER, and he had a condom on, obviously. So like they couldn't get she couldn't get the condom off. The guy couldn't get the condom off because his dick's like fucking broke. And so she had to take this dude to the hospital and be like, hey, this guy broke his dick. And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my God. You know what that makes me think of? You remember on our favorite Martin Lawrence?
Hold on. Sandy said she had to support her dream of being an artist. Bravo, Sandy.
Bravo. Good callback. Oh man.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that Martin Lawrence thing where he remember on the one where he was in the black suit and he was talking about being in jail, and he was like, his mom giving him advice. If somebody tries to get him in the booty, he was like, just lock your ass and slap the dick.
Yeah. Dude, the other thing, the other one was when Martin was talking about that he just wouldn't wipe or wash his ass.
You'll get some stinky ass. Oh man. Yeah, that shit is crazy to me though. So for those of you on just the tip, if you need the medical advice, just hit us up. If you have any medical questions, Manny Martin will answer them for you. Just want to clarify here on Love in Black and White that we are not doctors. We are not able to prescribe certain medication. But we're
not doctors. We're not psychiatrists. We're not even dating experts. We're fucking dummies. We're
dummies. We're comics. But yeah, we are here to deliver the love and put it back in your right. So
yeah, what up, Victoria? You're here now. That's all that matters. A couple people were saying in here, Manny, that you need to get merch that says Manny's tips, just the tips.
Ooh, I like it. Yeah, all right. Shit, I'll be selling that when I'm back on the road with Jay, and so I'm down. I don't want to take any sales away from you, but
please, fucking whatever. All right. What was the next one? Next topic.
Next topic. All right. I came up with this one this weekend. I said, if Selma Hayek was trying to get with you, everything was perfect, let's say for the first 6 months, but you found out that her 3 previous lovers spontaneously died, would you still go for it?
I was like, God damn, you got some good ass pussy. What's the old Richard Pryor joke? He came and went at the same time.
Yeah, my dad came and he
went. Probably. I mean, I'd probably ask some questions. Be like, so were these guys old or what's this story? I'd be like, hey, can we fuck at a hospital? just in case. Just saying. But
yeah.
God, Selma Hayek, dude. Her and then J-Lo just turned 52 and looks fucking amazing.
Insane. Yeah. But that's what No Stress does for you.
Dude, and fucking Ben Affleck's all up in that now.
Just dicking her down.
It's crazy how there was no hey, let me take some time, now that me and A-Rod broke up. She was like, no, I'm going to take A-Rod from Ben now.
Yeah, Jesus, that shit is crazy. Okay.
For Selma, because, I mean, we're guys, we're dumb. We're like, man, it ain't going to affect me. That's what the other 3 guys thought, or the 2 after the first guy.
Exactly. Yeah, I'd probably do my research first before I got in that. But I mean, if it's Selma Hayek, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna figure this shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, is she gonna be like, oh, they had heart attacks, or is she gonna be like, oh yeah, they had AIDS. They got AIDS. That's how they died. Was AIDS from me. Like,
Lord, let me go ahead and make sure I'm taking Valtrex or whatever the shit is and wear a condom.
Yeah, dude. I probably, God, Selma's she might be my number one. Even
Yeah.
now, still, she
Yeah.
unbelievable. So it's a yes for me. What about me? What about you? And who is your one?
I mean, there's something about Beyonce that I've always loved since I was like young. I always knew she was gonna be like a superstar, but I don't want that. I don't want that heat from Jay-Z. So I'm gonna go with
Man, fuck Jay-Z. He cheated on her. Fuck it.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You know who's mine? Not Eva Longoria, but Eva Mendes, the one from Hitch. Yeah. I've always liked her, but I don't want that heat with Ryan Gosling either. So, anyways, Eva Mendes.
You didn't put like, isn't Selma married to like a millionaire or a billionaire?
Yeah, but he ain't gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? He's probably
fucking hire a hitman. You're talking like you're bringing all this outside shit in. You're like, what if I get a speeding ticket on the way there? Who gives a fuck? Fuck all this outside shit. It's just banging.
There you go.
The last 3 dudes have died, and would you do it?
Yeah. Even Mendes, of course. I'd be like, yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, let me get a checkup right beforehand. But yes,
yeah, exactly. All right,
we
so
got
here's
to
our
do it. Yeah,
for next week. Okay. In the past, what blind spots have you had in relationships that you wish you were better about?
Fucking
deep. That's what we do. Not only do we put it in you deep, but we never mind those. I just want to apologize.
Okay, quick. Anything you want to plug?
I think we're trying to figure out when the Hollingsworthless is this week. Our schedules are kind of lining up, so stay tuned, and we will have an episode for you this week.
And we're going to add this for next week. Monica had a great question. Ben is Jennifer's reinstatement. Would you go back to a previous relationship without hesitation? Wait, hold on. I'm getting a text about the show tonight. I'm going to write this down. Would you read it to me, Manny? I'm typing it in here.
Would you go back to a previous relationship without hesitation after breaking up with your current?
After breaking up with the current. Okay, cool. That's in there for next week.
Okay, I like that.
Great question, Monica, and you have to tune in next week to see it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We love you all. Oh, I'll plug. I'm at LA Comedy Club here in Las Vegas at the Stratosphere all week until Friday. Then Friday, Saturday, I'm in Nashville at the Comedy Bar. That's it for right now. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, we're figuring out what time we're doing the Hollingsworthless this week because of me. I got shows at 6 o'clock every week or every night. So, but until next week on this, we'll
be putting the love back in your right. It's love in black and white.